I have this big basket of projects. Hey friends, today I'm going to be dealing with a mountain of stuff. So what's happening is we have some travel planned and I am pre-filming a bunch of stuff. So I have no idea when you're going to see this in the order of things. So you might see this before some things are finished. You might see this after some things are finished. There might be things that I mentioned today that you've already seen me complete. I have no idea. I don't know where I'm putting this. I'm just filming it. So there's your disclaimer for anything that might seem confusing. I have this big basket of projects. I am sitting in front of my newly renovated, not really renovated, reorganized yarn closet, and there will be a video for this. Again, not sure if you'll have seen the video already or if the video will be coming. But I'm sitting in front of this new closet and I have this basket that I have thrown into the bottom of the closet, and it has been where I've been keeping any whips that I'm in the middle of. The goal is to get this basket off of the floor so that it's not just sitting in front of the closet. But right now I have too much and it takes up too much space. So I want to go through all of the things that I'm working on, figure out a plan of attack, and also include in that project plans for August. So again, I don't know when you're seeing this, but right now it's the very end of July, and I want to figure out kind of a plan for going into August of how I want to handle all of my projects. I'm really itching to cast on new stuff, but clearly I have a lot of stuff I need to finish too. And because we're traveling, I feel like I want to be smart about what I'm starting when, and I don't really want to go away while I'm in the middle of a big project, and I want to only bring one small project with me. So yeah, I'm gonna figure it out with you. I have my little notebook here. This is legitimately a notebook that I think I got at Claire's probably like 2 decades ago. I'm gonna keep notes on this of what I want to do, my plan of attack, and then I'm going to be putting it into my computer in Notion. I've been working on setting up a dashboard for content creation. I hate calling it that, but basically for like video ideas and for design ideas and stuff like that. So I'm going to be putting it in there, and that'll help me get it all really onto my calendar for my August plan. If you want to see that, I can show you, or maybe we'll see how this goes and I will add that in at the end of the video so I can let you see what it looks like. I don't know how much people are interested in that. We'll see. Okay, let's begin. First things first. I have the Allison cardigan. Shandy just grumbled big time over in her bed. Anyway, the Allison cardigan is behind schedule, but still coming. The main body is complete. The pockets are kind of complete. I just realized I left one pocket over there on my desk. I have my second pocket. All that I need to do is bind it off. I was considering doing a video for the bind off, so that's why I paused here. So this is going to go into, this is a Della project bag that I have. I love these bags. I don't know what it is about them. What is it about these bags that make them so good? I was talking to the owner of my local yarn store, and they were saying that people just love them and they fly off the shelves. And I was like, I know, I can't explain it because it's just mesh with some snaps, but it's so good. I love them. I don't know why. That's not the point. So the Allison cardigan is going to go in here gracefully into this bag. Oh goodness, I'm tangled on everything. Things have gotten a little bit out of control this week. It's been an interesting life week this week. Okay, so let us snap a couple of these to keep things in control. And I'm just gonna put that over there for right now. I'm going to write I think I'll write like a, I don't know, ASAP list. Because these are things that I need to finish like now. Priority number one for this week, don't do any fun stuff until you finish these. That's not true. I can have fun, but so I'm gonna write Allison pockets. I need to do the embroidery, but I have to film it. So that's probably gonna wait till the weekend. Film embroidery. And then I'm working on the pattern. The pattern's written, but there are some things I've been working with my tech editor that I need to go and change. So I will add that to the list too. Next, my boat side hooded tee is done. The only thing is that I have to fill out my feedback form. So I have it sitting here with like all the yarn that I've used and stuff, so I can do all the proper weighing and stuff. So that is actually going to be like the most ASAP of the ASAP. Feedback. I'm going to do that as soon as I am done filming this. So that I'm just going to plop right on top of my Allison cardigan. That's just going to be the first thing that I do as soon as I'm done filming. Get that over with. I really don't even know why I included it in this video. Whatever. Next thing on top of the pile. This is ridiculous. I should treat my whips better. This is version 2 of my cherries on top crop. I needed to block it before finishing the edgings, and during that time that I was letting it dry while it was being blocked, I just kind of, I don't know, forgot about it, put it on the back burner, whatever. So this has to get finished again ASAP because I did promise my testers that I would take some photos as I was working through this for them. So yeah, I need to try it on and decide what I want to do for my trim and how much yarn I have left. And then that will be done. It won't take me long once I finally do it. So let's see. On top of my whip basket, I have some empty project bags. So I'm going to throw this in here so that everything has a home. Sometimes it's dangerous for me to put things in project bags because like I'm the most out of sight, out of mind person ever. So like once this is closed, now I don't know what's in here and I will forget it and not think about it. But I'm hoping that I can kind of use this list, make a plan, and just like go through everything. What's the word? Like ABC, step by step. Whatever. Anyway, this bag, I believe, I'm pretty sure like almost all of my bags that are fabric are going to be from Fate's Thread. This one says, I knit so I don't kill people, which is true. And you'll see that almost all of my bags are like sock-sized bags. That's because I was cheap. Basically, I really wanted to buy bags, but I didn't want to commit to buying a bigger bag. Not that I was cheap and I didn't think it was worth it, more that I just was, it was more of like a guilt over spending my own money type of thing. Not on the maker's part. Their prices are good. It was more of like a me and my bank account thing. So most of my bags ended up being small. So instead of buying a large bag that I would actually use, I bought like 10 small bags that now I like try and jam sweaters into. I've changed my mentality since then, but yeah. Okay, that is all set. Next, on top of the pile, I started another percussion tee. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, the Allison cardigan and the cherries on top crop are my designs. Both coming soon. The boat-side hooded tee and this percussion tee are designs by Amanda of Lovely by Lee. This was a panic cast on. This past weekend I was going out and didn't have anything that was at like regular knitting spots. So I panicked and cast this on, and I mean, I'm not disappointed. I love my original percussion tee, and so I'm making another one in Lion Brand's Oh Baby Organic. And yeah, so this is like, let's see, let's make a list called Fun. And I'll put the percussion tee on that. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to call it fun. Not that it's not fun. I'm going to call it easy knitting, because this is something that I'm going to come to when I need stockinette, or when, you know, like if we're watching a movie and I want something like really simple, I'm going to come to this rather than something that I might need to like try on or measure or something like that. Okay, that has to go into a bag as well. Let's do, oh hey, another Della bag. This is technically more of like a notions pouch or even like a sock size bag, but for right now, this is tiny enough that I am going to throw my percussion tee in there. Bing, bang, boom. This one was a Yarnable exclusive design. I love it. It was my first one too. It was what got me hooked. All right, the next thing on top of this bag is, or this like basket, is just a basket full of bags. It's ridiculous. So I'm just gonna set those aside. And the next thing on top is, I always have trouble opening this one. Ugh. So this bag is, so it says knit two together on the label, but I'm not sure if that is the actual name of the maker. I'll look it up and make sure that I have the right name. It's a really nice bag, and I do like it. And in here is the start of my over owls. So I mentioned this in a recent episode, and this is all I have. I have a part of a waistband, and I am going to frog it. I like the yarn, I like the pattern, I just don't want this pattern in this yarn. For me. It looks great, but I don't know. It's just not working. So I'm gonna frog it, but I have actually already used this yarn to swatch for a design idea that I had. So we're going to make another list of designs. And these are just kind of like, this list is going to be like designs that are rumbling around in my head and I've kind of started to sketch or swatch, something like that. And when I'm feeling motivated, I'm going to potentially pick one of them and get to work. Or more than one, if I'm being honest with myself. But the goal is one. So designs, I'm going to write Kobu. That's all I'll write because you don't need to know the details yet. I know what I want to do, but you don't need to know yet because I don't know if it's going to work or if I want to change it. Okay. This is going to go into a pile over here for me to frog in a little bit. Yeah, I don't want to frog on camera because my camera will overheat while waiting for me. So here we go. And this bag gets to be added to the bag of bags. Next, I legitimately don't remember what's in here. Oh, okay. This is my Friendship Has Lace Borders crochet version that I started and then abandoned for no other reason than I just got distracted by other things. I didn't abandon it because I wasn't liking it. I still like it and I still want to make it. So that is actually in its own project bag already with the buttons, with the yarn, with the crochet hook. So at least I was thinking ahead when I set that up. So let's see. It's not really easy. Well, it's easy. I mean, it doesn't qualify as easy knitting for me because I will have to look at it. Lingering. We're going to do a lingering category. And those are going to be things that like have been around for a while and I'm going to work on them periodically and I'll probably try and pick like one at a time and work my way through it and get that list down a little. Okay, I know what's in this bag and I've been avoiding it. This is a pair of socks that I called the February socks on Ravelry because my goal was to make them in February. Clearly I didn't. Oh, my Friendship Has Lace Borders is using Madeline Tosh, their singles base in Pinata Pop. It's very, very bright and fun. This is using Mace of Skeins in, I believe, High School Sweetheart is the name of it. And Knit Picks Stroll Fingering in black, I think. This is just, I used my Mace of Skeins, this is DK weight, and I used it for a top that I love, and I had a little bit left, and I wanted to see if I could squeeze some socks out of it. So I knit a tube. I basically took what I had of the yarn, split it in half, and knit, I did like a provisional cast on, and knit an entire tube just as long as I possibly could, and then figured out, like I put it on my foot, figured out, okay, I could squeeze in like a 10-row leg, maybe not even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, it is 10 rows. I could fit a 10-row leg. I did an afterthought heel. I did the thing that happened is I did a cuff. Oh, by the way, I'm holding the Knit Pick Stroll double to equal the DK weight. I decided to try and do a picot cuff, like double folded cuff, and I hate it. So I just hate it, like, for the way that this fits me. It's way too thick for where it hits on my ankle. It just doesn't work. So I got distracted because I didn't feel like dealing with picking up the stitches and taking it out. I also just hated working with the black yarn. It was just a lot for my eyes. So yeah, this is all that's done. I have not started the second tube or anything. These are just kind of chilling for when I get my sock mojo back. This kind of killed socks for me. I don't know. I was on a sock kick and then I started these and then I stalled out and I oh boy. Okay. My husband came home and startled all of us. We forgot that he was coming home earlier today. And by all of us, I mean me and the animals. So angle might have changed because I am right next to the door to this room. So in order, whoops, now I'm hitting it. In order to say hello to him, I had to move the camera. I have no idea what I was saying, but yeah, these are my February socks and I will get to them when I get to them. So these go on the lingering list. And this bag is so covered in hair, but this is from a booth at Rhinebeck this past year, and it is from Wild Faun Knits. I'm not sure if they have a website yet, but I will link them, whatever I can find, down below, because this is a brother-sister, like, young teen duo, and they're amazing. They were so cool to meet at Rhinebeck, and I have a couple of bags from them, and I love them. They're like this style where you loop the handle through. And they definitely deserve a lot of support because they're really cool. Okay, lingering. There we go. Oh boy, okay. I forgot about this. This is a design that I was working on. It's so wrinkled, so don't judge it too harshly. The goal for this was to have it be like a front panel and a back panel, and there were going to be ties on the sides. Basically, I got to the point of making straps and then decided that I didn't like what I was doing with the straps. And once again, instead of ripping out, I just put it in a corner and forgot about it. So I do want to continue with this, but yeah, I just need to make it happen. I need to rethink what I want to do for the straps. Shush. Because I don't know. I don't know what I want to do for the straps. I'm also kind of running out of time to be having a summary design. Also, look at this. Trying to jam it in a sock bag, see? So this is from Fate's Threads as well, and this is a really fun Boy Meets World bag. That's probably not safe. Another thing that's kind of holding me back on this design is that I don't have a name for it yet, and for some reason I need names for my designs before I go into them. I can't figure out a name afterwards. The name guides me. So I think that's partially why I've been just kind of ignoring this one, because I don't know what I want to call it. So that's gonna go on designs because I want to remind myself to work on it and to kind of prioritize it because I would like to get it done. I mean, it's 85% done, and I even wrote a lot of the pattern too. I just need to do straps and then the side ties. Yeah. I already know what's in this one and I can't believe I forgot about it. This is in a bag from Adore Knit, I believe. This is a Splash Pad Party 2022 bag. I did not participate in the Splash Pad Party. I don't even know what it is, but I got this bag after the fact because it's cute and it has mermaids on it. This is my Beachy Breezy Cardi from Knitting Tipsy in Kingdom Fleece and Fiberworks yarn. And the front and back panels are done. I just need to seam up the sides and do the sleeves. And can you guess why it's sitting at the bottom of this bag? Because I'm afraid of seaming it, because I had to do something hard and therefore I put it away and decided to ignore it and see if it would magically seam itself. If anyone has tips for seaming mohair, please let me know because I'm just afraid of it. So this is gonna go on lingering. Or should I prioritize this? I think I'm gonna put this on my easy knitting list with the caveat of like, get the freaking seaming done ASAP and then it will be easy knitting. Do the seams. I wrote that in all caps in case you couldn't tell from the inflection in my voice. All right, almost there. This bag is full of a secret design that I was working on over the winter, and I got mad at it. Are we sensing a theme? And I don't even want to show it. It's beautiful yarn, and I hate what it's doing. Not the yarn's fault, I just hate what I did with it. It is the Frosted Stitch worsted weight yarn. It's so beautiful. It's so soft and squishy. I have a skein here right at the top. Like, oh God, it's so squishy and beautiful and amazing. I love this yarn. I literally knit like the full body and half of a sleeve of a sweater. So I have just a sleeve and a half left and that's it. And I decided I hate it. So I'm just gonna, like, this is still in timeout. My brain goes back to it every once in a while to think about what I want to do, if I want to just reassess and see if I can change something about the design as it is, or if I want to take the whole thing out. Yeah, this stays in timeout. Doesn't even make it onto the list. Okay, I'll put it on the list. I'll put it on the list. There. Are you happy? It's on the list. Last one in here. This is in another Della bag, and this is my Ascent. The only real reason that this is lingering is because it's in worsted weight wool. This is all loop yarn, Loop Fiber Studios. Now I can't remember the like specifics of their name, but it's their yin yang yarn. And it's amazing and I love it, but it is very warm yarn. So as soon as it started getting warm, I had to put it down. So this is just lingering, hanging out, and we'll get to it when we get to it. So that goes on lingering. And I forget the name of the designer for that pattern, by the way. It's a Quince & Co pattern, but I can't remember the name of the person who designed it. All of these will be linked if there are links for them. Obviously, my designs won't have links yet. Okay, so the last thing that I want to talk about in terms of my plans is a couple design ideas that I'm itching to work on. The first one I had is that Kobu design that is swatched. I just need to do some quick math before casting it on. So that's an idea that I could get into. It does have another pattern idea that is kind of like associated with it. So I will write that down as well. What do I want to call that? I can't think of the name of the yarn I bought for it. What's it called? Lion brand. Oh, 24/7 cotton. Talking to you like you're helping me. Thank you. The 24/7 cotton that I'm using for that design. So I have that one. And then, oh, I did just get some new yarn in the mail and I want to make a cardigan. And I can't decide if I want it to be a cardigan that I design myself or that I just find a pattern for. It's going to go on its own cardigan category. I don't know. This is why I write my lists down on scrap paper before I write them for real, because my lists make no sense and I just kind of put things wherever as I'm getting it out of my head, and then I can actually go and organize it into some semblance of meaning. I feel like there was another design idea that I wanted to work on and like work on ASAP. Dag nabbit. I need to write things down immediately. The only other thing that I'm really thinking of is when traveling, I feel like my soul knows that I should just take a sock or a pair of socks. But I'm just such not in a sock mood lately. But I will write it down on the potential. I do have a couple of sock design ideas, like just living in the back of my head, that I've been thinking about. So I really could do that. That really is the smartest decision for traveling. So I'll put it on the design list and we'll think about it. I do have a couple of design ideas heading towards the fall winter that I wanted to work on. I'm torn because do I start it now so that it's actually ready and I can get it out for fall and winter, or do I just put it off because I know that I'm not going to be able to take it with me? I don't know. So, okay, let's write it down. What do I want to call it? Fluffy sweater. Let's call it that. That'll be its code name. Fluffy sweater. Super fluffy sweater. These names will mean nothing to you, but they make sense in my head. And then, that other one I want to do that I can't think of anything to call it. White. It's going to be white. My goal is to make it white. A white sweater. These will all eventually have names before they even become a thing, because that's just how I work. So I'm thinking, I now have a list of things. I have my ASAP stuff. I have my design ideas, which is stupidly overwhelming. I can't work on all of these at the same time, but whatever. I have my easy knitting, and then I have my lingering stuff. So let's load this basket back up and see what we can do with it. Okay, so let me close this because this is going to be in here probably for a while. I'm probably not going to touch this until September because it's just too dang hot. So at the very bottom is my mystery sweater that's in timeout. My Ascent is going down there with it because I'm not going to touch it for a little while. What are these? February socks are going to go in there too. Don't tell me I should take these on vacation, okay? Because I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. They're just going to keep lingering, maybe till next February. Also, one sock is already like almost all the way done, so it's just not like the best idea to take on vacation. Oh my gosh, there's just so much hair on this. I'm so sorry if you can see that flying around. So those are going in there. I have my design that I just need the straps for. This is just gonna get plopped in here because I don't know what I want to do with it yet. Let me know if you like it, even though it is wrinkled and you have not really a good concept of what it's gonna look like. If you have any thoughts, feel free to share. That's going in there. Let's see. Oof. So I have this thing. Friendship Has Lace Borders top. This is going to go in here as well, just because I know it's easy to work on and I really do want to get it done soon, but I have been having some crochet pain lately. So crochet is on a break at the moment, except for my cherries on top crop, which I need to finish. But there's not much left in that. Okay, so then I have not much left. Okay, we're getting there. My Beachy Breezy Cardi, which I just need to seam and then get the sleeves on. Okay, here's what's gonna happen. My bag of bags is going on top of my bag of filled bags. My bag of empty bags is going on top of my bag of filled bags. And this is my whip basket. Lingering project basket, kind of. This is going back in the closet as it was. The rest of my projects that I'm keeping out are Boatside Hooded Tee is getting wrapped up like within the next 30 minutes. And then that will be going on my shelf. My Allison cardigan is getting wrapped up this week. This is going to be sitting out like right on my chair that I always sit and knit in and work on my patterns in, because this is like my current design in progress. So this stays out. My cherries on top crop is also current design in progress. So this also stays out. This will be getting worked on. I don't think I have the mental capacity for like during the work week. So probably this weekend, but I'm leaving it where it's going to be like in my way and I will have to deal with it this weekend. So that's going on my working chair as well. And then the only things left are my Beachy Breezy Cardi and my percussion tee. These are my easy knitting things. So what I'm thinking is tonight, maybe, I'm going to be doing some editing tonight as well. Between today and tomorrow, how about that? I'm going to do some research and get up my courage to seam mohair. And then I'm going to be able to pick up the sleeves and get that done. I feel like once I get the sleeves picked up, I'm gonna cruise and this will be done really fast. I just need to do it. I also feel like this would be great for traveling because it's gonna scrunch up super small and it'll keep me warm. So I feel like I should try and prioritize this before the end of August. That'll be good. Then the percussion tee is really just for fun and will happen when it happens. However, it's gonna stay like out and about because this is gonna be my easy grab and go whenever I need something that I just want to knit, knit, knit and not think about. So I think here's the plan for August. This week, bow-side hooded tee doesn't even really count because it's just about wrapped up. Allison cardigan and cherries on top crop. Those are like this week stuff. Then throughout the rest of August, what needs to happen is finishing the Beachy Breezy Cardi. And then let's see, taking a look at the list. Working on my Friendship Has Lace Borders and just kind of cruising, getting some extra work done in that. Don't know if I'll get it done. I could if I wanted to probably, but we'll see. And then I'm going to pick one design, maybe. I'm gonna pick a design and cast it on. Because if I can get a design to Stockinette City before traveling, then maybe I could take it with me. Maybe I will put together a little bit more info on the designs that I want to do and poll people and see which one you would want first. Camera just died as I was wrapping up, so coming back really quickly with barely any battery to say that I will get all this stuff into my computer if I can make any semblance of my notes, and I'll share that with you, and I'll share in another clip what the heck I decide to do with my plan for August, if I can wrap my head around it. I'm not good at making plans like this because I like to just pick stuff up and work on it when I feel like it, but I think with all we have coming up, I'm going to need some reason in my life. We'll see. Also, really quickly, I'm wearing an FDNY t-shirt. We get questions literally every time we wear any FDNY stuff, so I figured I would just say it in case anyone was wondering. We have a family in the FDNY and in other firefighter teams. We know firefighters in other cities as well. That was a weird way to say that. So we get a lot of FDNY swag. I am pretty sure that no one in the family is part of this ladder 3 FDNY. If you know someone that's there, that's awesome. I don't know the numbers of where everyone that we're related to is, but we know a lot of firefighters. We're related to a lot of firefighters, and we're proud of them, and we love them, and so we have a lot of FDNY stuff. So if you're wondering, that's why. That's all. See you in the next clip. Maybe, I hope. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll try to give a wrap up once I've made my brain make sense. Talking Head MC back for just a minute so I can show you what I meant when I said I was going to put these all into my computer. I use Notion, as I have mentioned before, and I put away a lot of private stuff and hid it and changed some names of things, but this is a view of part of my dashboard that I kind of look at almost every day. And you can see I have 4 blocks here. I have tasks, projects, content in progress, and patterns in progress. And you're also going to be getting a little sneak peek of some videos that are coming. Any that have dates assigned to them, don't hold me to it. Those are, like, I was playing around with my calendar earlier, so things might move, but they are coming soon. So tasks up here we don't really need to talk about. Those are like my day-to-day tasks. Also content in progress, we don't need to talk about, but I left it open because I thought, you know, some curious people might want to know. some things that are coming. So then what I really needed to focus on with this organizing my project plans for August is my projects and my patterns in progress. So what I do is for my projects, like just things that I'm knitting and crocheting, I like to keep those kind of assigned as they go to my general to-do list. Anything that is a design or content that I'll be creating goes to a separate list because I like to be able to really have a place where I write out plans for those things, and then all the links for those things are all in one spot where I can access them really quickly. So some of the things here I have already done, but I left them just so that I could show you how things get checked off of my list. We'll talk about projects first. I have two views here. So this one that I've just kind of marked as with an exclamation point. These are all tasks that I have assigned a date within this week or next. And then this other view that's a little calendar is all projects that either have a due date a month out or don't have a due date assigned. Right now I don't have anything with a due date assigned a month out because I just made this. So we'll go back to this first view. So my boat side hooded tee feedback that I had to do right after I filmed that last segment, I did that. So I will check this box, and you'll see once I do that, it disappears from my list because once it's checked off, I don't need to see it anymore. So I have it filtered out so that I will not have to see it anymore once it's been checked. I did assign some due dates for my Allison cardigan to take care of those things this weekend that I need to do, like weaving in ends, taking pictures so that I can do a tester call, and filming of some things that I want to do. I'm still undecided on if I'm going to film the pockets or not, so that's why it has a question mark. And then also I realized that I need to add a task for blocking my cardigan because I want to make sure I do that before I do the embroidery so that everything's nice and smooth. So I'll show you how I do that too. I just click new, and I have this filtered so that anything with a little yarn emoji is what's showing up here. So that's why my tasks are, my day-to-day tasks are over here and my projects end up over here because I have it filtered by this little yarn emoji. So anything new that I add over here will automatically have the yarn emoji added to it. So I'm just going to add block Allison. So yeah, that's it. That's all of the stuff that I put on my get done ASAP list, and it is now right here, front and center. So then when I go over to this list, these are all things that, like I said, are either they don't have a due date attached to them, or they're due like a month out in advance. You know, for instance, if there was something like I really wanted to make sure I finished the percussion tee before I went on a trip in September, I could maybe set a due date for that, and then as it got closer, it would pop up on my front page list and remind me that I better get to work on it. But I'm probably not going to have a lot of instances of that. This is mostly for things that I haven't assigned a due date to. So this is kind of like a brain dump section where I can write in tasks that I want to do for projects. So every once in a while I can go through here and I will decide that I would like to move something up on my to-do list, and I'll assign it a due date, and it will push it to my front page. Like for instance, I can do seaming my Beachy Breezy Cardi. I probably would like to try and get that done this weekend because I feel like that's something I'm going to need some concentration for. And then maybe during the week, once the sleeves are picked up, I can do that with a little bit less concentration. So maybe I will aim to do that on Sunday. So you can see if I schedule a due date of this for this Sunday, which is July 30th, it has now disappeared from this list and it's over here on my front page and it is put in date order. So yeah, that's how that works. And then also just a note, this does have functionality for creating subtasks underneath. So I could have the task of my Allison cardigan and then I could have weave in ends, block, do the embroidery, stuff like that underneath it. But I haven't found a way to make that work that I like. So I am okay with creating separate tasks on my list for each item that I need to do, rather than having sub items. That's just the way I go about it. But sub items are an option here. I just don't use them at the moment. I'm still kind of learning and trying to figure out what I would like. So yeah, that is my projects. And then I basically have the same thing going on with my designs. I have my little pretzel symbol here that is kind of symbolizing my active designs. And then I have this light bulb for upcoming stuff. So basically, my cherries on top crop is already in testing. The test is due August 15th. I like to have that there so that I can remind myself, and also testers frequently ask for a reminder of the date, so it's right there. I can just grab it for them immediately, and then the release date will be August 19th. The Allison cardigan does not have either of those scheduled yet, but she is almost ready. So that's why she's right here up front and center. My top that I was making with Touch of Linen that I still needed to figure out a new way to do the straps, I have it here, but I think I'm going to move it to, like right now I have all kinds of different categories for what I like to call things, and I have it as creating the sample right now because I am. I'm almost done with the sample, but I think because of everything that I have going on right now, I just don't see myself touching it in August. So I'm going to put this on hold, and it's going to disappear from my list. I have a different list of my stuff that's on hold, and I'll get to it when I get to it. My sweater with the frosted stitch yarn that I didn't even pull out to show you is also on my on hold list because I just don't know what to do with it. And then my little light bulb over here, this has things that are either I'm swatching or I call it on deck. So they're designs that I'm really excited about. Maybe I already have the yarn. Maybe I've already started doing some sketching for it. I have a list of other ideas that are just kind of like a brain dump of ideas. Whenever I think of something, I write it down to maybe approach later. But these are all designs that I am like pretty eager to get working on. They all have better names and descriptors in my head, but this is what I put down here because I don't want to share any information about that before I actually know what I'm doing. So I pretty much just put the yarn or like the color it's going to be for you guys to take a look at. So yeah, this is kind of a place where I can be like, oh yes, that's something that I really wanted to work on. And for instance, I have this 24/7 cotton yarn and I really want to work on it. Maybe this weekend I will decide it's time for me to swatch something new and I will set this to swatching, and then maybe I can move it up to my next level, which I guess is grading and then creating the sample. All of these things that I have here are really like, I'm still in the process of developing exactly what I like. So it changes on a daily basis. But yeah, for right now, that's the way I'm working. Let's see, is there anything else for me to show you in here? I do have, these are all linked to larger databases where I keep things like my published patterns with all of the links and all the information that goes along with them anytime I need to grab it. Ideas that I might be having, anything that's on hold, anything that's in various stages of the design process from concept to publication. And same thing with my content over here. I have a larger database for that too. But this is my way to see like the stuff that I really want to keep at the front of my mind and want to be actively thinking about and working on. If you do want to see more information about how I do all of this stuff, I'm happy to share it. But I didn't want this to turn into like a tutorial or a computer tour or anything. Basically, that is how I have decided to put all of this stuff that I just talked out with you into my computer planner, whatever you want to call it. I don't like to plan out assigned dates for things too much. Like, you know, for instance, I'm going to knit 1 inch of the body each day, or setting a goal for like 6 inches of the body a week on a sweater or something like that. A couple times a year, I will get really, really stressed out and I will plan out my days exactly like that, where like every single thing I do is planned and when I'm going to do it is planned. But that only happens like maybe twice a year. In general, in between, when I'm slightly more calm, I like to I plan on a more casual basis. Like I have a general pool of things that I need to be working on, and then I will pick a couple of things, assign them a date so that I know, you know, this week I'm going to do A, B, and C, and it doesn't matter when, it's just going to happen at some point this week. That's my goal. And then I will start looking ahead to the next week or the next month, something like that. Yeah, I feel like I've talked about this for too long now. No one asked for this tour. I just wanted to quickly show you how I put it all in my computer. If you would like to know more, let me know. And I'll happily share it. But for now, that's all I got. And let's see how this works for August. We'll see if my project planning helps me to keep anything under control as I'm getting ready for the next couple of very busy weeks of my life. Good luck to me. Maybe we'll do a check-in at the end of the month or maybe early September and see how it went. So take care of you. Let me know if you have any questions about this, and I will see you next time. Bye.